Whenever you're ready, Colonel, count it down.
All right. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of St. Augustine Hermits basketball. We're on the road today, visiting a place that I used to call home back in the 90s as well when I used to do some sports reporting in this area. The Thunderdome is what we named this place, and had some great times here, and it's always great to come back. Saw a lot of good friends and whatnot. They always welcome me here with open arms, so that's always a great thing.
It sure is, and it's great to be on the road for our first broadcast. First time we've done this, bringing it to you, the Hermits in their road blues tonight and the Bolts at home here in Millville.
The two teams coming in with pretty respectable records. We mentioned St. Augustine is 12-2 on the season so far, and Millville coming in at 10-3. So this should be a pretty good battle between two teams that have posted pretty fair seasons so far.
They have, and just the Hermits have lost the games to Atlantic City and Wildwood Catholic. Millville has lost only 3 games, one of them to this St. Augustine team. They also lost to Atlantic City in a really tight battle that Millville had a chance to win it late and lost it 45-43. And they also lost to one of the surprising teams here in South Jersey this year. The Pleasantville Greyhounds are playing some really good basketball. The 3 losses for Millville coming into tonight.
Millville High School, of course, the site of the Thunderbolts, and they have some players that I certainly remember. I remember one name in particular, Eddie Jamison back. We're talking about the gentleman who played in the 90s. Got a chance to see him play, and he was one of the best athletes I saw on the basketball court here in my time. Of course, Alan Shaw, long-time legend here at Millville High School, and some of those other names you see up there, Gary Bowen, Alan Shaw, Cliff Johnson, Thomas Baker. Those are the 1,000-point scorers in the history of Millville High School basketball. This team, though, in particular, a little young here, and I understand they have a new transfer in that we talked about here. Just came over from, where did he come over from?
Yes, Solomon DeShields came over from Bridgeton. He's just been eligible, so he didn't play the first time the two teams did play. And, of course, when it comes to Millville, though, it's Rynell Lawrence. The junior just got his 1,000th point against Woodbury on Saturday. So, you know, anytime you're going to have his name up on that 1,000-point club soon, and as only a junior, just an amazing accomplishment for a high school athlete.
So Millville will certainly look to get their offense pumping through him. And Lonnie Broom is another guy that's been here quite a couple of years here. So he's another guy that you're going to see do some good things for Millville. We mentioned the other starters. Solomon DeShields is starting, and I believe Elijah Nichols will be the 5th starter, along with Rynell Lawrence, Lonnie Broom, and Eddie Jamison. So Millville, I haven't seen them yet, Dave, so we'll see what they have tonight.
They bring some athleticism to the game. They're the type of team, they're going to get up and down with you. They're not going to be afraid to play their style, especially, you know, against the St. Augustine team. The first time St. Augustine played really well the first time, Charles Solomon dominated inside, and that's also going to be a difference tonight. Millville missing their big man inside. Little John's not playing tonight. I'm not sure the reason. I don't see him out there. I talked to some of the coaches beforehand, so he won't be playing tonight. And with St. Augustine, the height advantage, we've seen Charles Solomon this year, you know, have his way against certain teams, and maybe that's the case again tonight.
Of course, Marlon Hargis is another young man who's really lit it up for St. Augustine throughout the season. He has been one of those guys that has been with the program for a few years now, and he is stepping up just like every other Hermit in the past has stepped up. When it's their turn, they step up and play very hard and very well.
He's a kid that played a lot of minutes as a sophomore in a state championship team, the team that went to the finals last year as a junior. He was a key component, and like you said, he's stepping up, and it's his turn this year, and Marlon has played some great games. He played really well. I was very impressed with his game against Martin Luther King in our last broadcast, where Marlon came to play against good competition, and we expect to see that again tonight.
Of course, he crashes the glass just about as good as anybody does, trying to get the offensive rebounds in particular, get some secondary shots and whatnot. So at any rate, Marlon Hargis will be another guy. And Charlie Solomon's been another guy that's really dominated the paint, so to speak. He gets his points inside, he muscles his way in, and does a good job of putting up points when St. Augustine is in need of those. Then you have people like Nakem Oda, who works the perimeter very well. He'll be handling the ball for the St. Augustine Hermits at the point. Cole Vanderslice, we mentioned Travis Stoll's another one that has come in and done a nice job. Jordan Kendrick is another starter that has been very well playing for the St. Augustine Hermits. Of course, Coach Rodeo had a big accomplishment not too long ago. We were kind of counting it down earlier this season, but he's reached another milestone.
Reached another milestone with win 900 the other night at Egg Harbor Township. And tonight's actually a milestone as well. If he can get the win tonight, 901, he will come into second all-time in New Jersey State history. Number 2 currently is right at 900 wins, and he will, if Coach Radio can get this win or his next win, 901 puts him behind the legendary Bob Hurley as second all-time in the state of New Jersey. We know he already has the South Jersey record, and that will put him 2 in the state.
Of course, he always prepares his teams to play their best, and whenever they're not, we'll see how long it takes to rip the tie off, that kind of thing.
He looks very dapper tonight. He's ready, collars up, shirt's buttoned all the way up, but as you said, sometimes it doesn't always stay that way. But, you know, a lot of accolades, and people talked about that 900th win, and a lot of it, reporting in the press, and even here on SNJ, a little story about him. You know, he doesn't seem much different than he was just, you know, every year, 41 years in, and he still has the passion, he still has the energy, he still has a desire to come out, and every year a different group of players, and he's got that same fire that he always has had.
That stance that he's got right there, I've seen it many times. It's a very popular stance with the arms crossed and just watching over his team, as actually he's watching over Millville's side right now, kind of getting a look to see who's doing what in the warm-ups. Again, a good technique, kind of Bill Belichick-ish.
Well, he sees his team 5-6 days a week. He doesn't have to watch them warm up. He's got his assistant coaches to do that. Likes to watch the other team just to get a feel. He's so well respected, and he knows so many of these, well, certainly the other coaches, but he knows so many of these other players through league games and summer leagues and spring leagues. He loves to say hello to them. He's always going to shake hands with them. Some coaches like to send an assistant to shake hands with the kids during starting lineups. He never does that. He loves to have that interaction with the players, certainly before the game, and then, as you always comment, that handshake after the game as well.
Absolutely. Always great to see the good sportsmanship, and that's part of his legend, too, that he gets very involved, not only during the season you mentioned, but he keeps track of everything that's going on in those summer leagues, the Olympic schedules and all that. So I wish I had that much passion for something. Seriously.
41 years in.
Yeah, when you find something you really love doing, though, it's not even a job, and I'm sure he'll be the first one to tell you that this is not a job. This is just his way of enjoying life pretty much throughout the season, throughout the year, and he's certainly done a great job at St. Augustine. 900 wins, and that number in itself is just so staggering, I can't even imagine it.
I can always tell when the season's over because he tends to call you a little bit more, and he's got a lot more time on his hands.
That's when the
right after the season,
the socialization gets a little bit bigger then.
Yeah.
Of course, his focus right now is to put together another fine season and get his team into the state playoffs, and of course, that's something that St. Augustine has been doing for just about since as long as I can remember. State tournament play is always, they've been a big factor in it. But again, year in and year out, he develops players that just seem to get it done no matter what year it is. We just turn the calendar, and then you have another great group of kids who are doing what they do.
Well, we watched, we got here and saw the end of the JV game. Once again, another quality JV team here at St. Augustine, a quality freshman program. They just seem to attract those players, and great coaches up and down the staff, getting everyone ready to, when it's their turn to step up to the varsity and be ready for Coach Rodeo, they've got the guys ready. And normally what happens when they get to these games is, Coach is running he's running those same plays all throughout the program, so they know it. And when it's their turn, like I said, to step up, they're ready to do so.
Of course, that leads to all those substitutions that he makes, and he doesn't miss a beat, right? The substitutions come in, and they do pretty much the same thing. They just generate offense, play good defense, and put everything together. He
tends to play a lot of players. You'll see the majority of guys all the time, especially in that first group. Tonight he's been playing with the starting lineup a little bit. I think tonight that fifth starter, which has been rotated between Cole Vanderslice. We saw Matt Delaney start a game. Now it's going to be Nakem Oda, who's also been in that starting lineup. He is going to start tonight. So He likes to toy with it a little so that he's ready for that playoff run.
Any keys to the game that you see for this game?
Well, I think the keys really are going to be St. Augustine is going to they're going to come back out in that aggressive style. And I don't mean just aggressive defensively, offensively. Well, they're going to push the ball. It is a style that Millville likes to play. It's going to depend on, who's executing that better. Millville's going to be a little trouble on the boards tonight. Like I said, without Little John out there, it's going to be a little different game for them, so they're going to still have to rebound. And as we always come down to it in these kind of games is who doesn't turn the basketball over, who can control the ball, control the boards, and convert in their offensive sets.
Yeah, somebody needs to tell the 76ers about turnovers, right? They had that game one against Memphis, had 10 turnovers in the fourth quarter.
You had to bring that one up to me.
They
bounced back last night, got a win against Chicago.
How about Ben Simmons last night, huh?
Phenomenal.
It's a funny thing about him. He has games like that, and then he'll disappear for a game or two. It's amazing. We have our national anthem getting set to be played, so we'll pause for that right now. Fred Melendez along with Dave Catalani here at Millville High School. The Thunderdome getting set to host the Hermits of St. Augustine. Again, we mentioned the records are 12-2 for St. Augustine, 10-3 for Millville. And these two teams get together, as Dave mentioned, there you can expect a lot of athleticism, a lot of quick plays to the basket. Both teams looking to hit some fast break points, so we'll see if that is the case in tonight's game. Starting lineups being introduced now for the Hermits. Number 3 is Jordan Kendrick. Number 10 is Nakem Ota. Coming out, number 20 is Marlon Hargis. Number 24, Travis Stoll. And the big man in the middle, Charles Solomon. The starting 5 completed there. Solomon, Stoll, Hargis, Ota, and Kendrick. The starting 5 for the Millville Thunderbolts. Number 0 is Rynell Lawrence. Number 1, Lonnie Broom. Number 2, Eddie Jamison. Number 11, Elijah Nichols. And number 23, Solomon DeShields. So those are the starting 5 for Millville. We'll see who gets the better break out of the gate here. Of course, the opening tap in the middle of the floor, and then we'll go back and forth and see who does what. Little different dominion here as we're away from Hermit Land. We're here at the Millville Thunderbolt area. Yeah, I come up with phrases that I don't even know half the time. Hermit Land.
Yeah, it's nice that we're able to do a local game here. Obviously, Millville, I think we have Vineland at Vineland on the schedule as well. They're going to maybe bring to you from the home of the Fighting Clan. But should be a good one here tonight. Coach Mike Jones will have his team ready, a little bit undersized, but he'll always have them ready to play ball.
Glad to have you with us here on SNJ Today, Facebook Live, and on YouTube as well. SNJ Today giving us the opportunity to present these high school basketball games for you, and I certainly appreciate it. I know Dave appreciates it too. Just it feels like you're in your living room here announcing a game. I love it.
And we certainly appreciate our sponsor, Toyota of Vineland, bringing it to us for this Hermit basketball broadcast.
Okay, the opening tap, but we have a quick whistle, and it's going to be taken out of bounds by Millville.
And a violation on Solomon. He tapped it and then also caught it. So here comes Millville with the ball, and the Hermits in there man-to-man.
So Eddie Jamison will bring the ball up court. First possession of the game for either squad. Along the left side, that ball is controlled by Lonnie Broom. Hands it off, driving nicely to the basket and getting it to drop is Rhinell Lawrence. Quick basket for the Thunderbolts.
You see Travis Stoll got the assignment on Rhinell Lawrence, and now zone defense from Millville here. Going to dare the Hermits to shoot the basketball from the outside.
Shot from the outside, Kendrick, nothing but net.
I've been saying all season long that Jordan Kendrick needs to take that shot more. He can shoot it, and there he was right away, starting off with the three.
3-2, the score here as we're just about a minute into the action from Millville High School. Ball controlled by Eddie Jamison. He dashes it off to Lonnie Broom. Broom zips it outside to Elijah Nichols. Bit of a man-to-man defense being employed by the Hermits. An open three-pointer, that's going to brim out. Rebound strongly, take it away, and Kendrick winds up with it. Quick break up court. Oda sends it back to Kendrick, looking to shoot that one again. That one's off the rim. Good strong rebound underneath by Hargis. Has the shot blocked, and Rhinell Lawrence will bring it back the other way.
Nice play by Lawrence to go up straight, make the block, and handle the ball.
We get a charge.
Nice job, Charles Solomon stepping in there as Rhinell Lawrence beat his man into the paint, but Solomon was there waiting.
6:38 left in this opening quarter. It is 3-2 St. Augustine.
St. Augustine saw the zone defense against Egg Harbor Township the other night. Did not attack it all that well. I'm sure Coach Rodeo went to work on it in practice this week.
They go right side. Hargis, nice dish to the outside. Pulling it in and shooting it nicely. That's Oda with the basket. Good move, good pass.
I love seeing that. He took the one dribble, got inside the three-point line, and rose up and shot it well.
That was a nice play by Hargis to set that up. 5-2 the score now. Pass inside, tipped by Stoll, kept by Millville, and we get a holding foul against St. Augustine.
You see Millville's offense, they want to go everything. They want to go through Lawrence, whether it's off the pass, off the set play. They want to go through Rhinell Lawrence, and why not? You know, big-time scorer. Travis Stoll got his hands full tonight.
Lawrence will inbound the ball for the Thunderbolts. Nice dish underneath at whistle. And I guess we're going to do it all over again.
Nice set play, and Jamison came through wide open, but maybe the ball hit the out-of-bounds line.
Stolen away, and back come the Hermits quickly. Solomon dribbles behind his back, still finds a way to get to the hoop, and draws the foul. That wasn't the sharpest looking play, Dave, but he got to the basket.
Not exactly how you draw up the 3-on-2 break, but Charles on the way down the floor, I think he was looking to give it up, but didn't give it up, and gets the foul shot. He has been good at the line this year. Does get to the line a lot.
And that's what Coach Rodeo wants to see, that aggressive play to get, at least give him a chance at the free throw line, if not a three-point play.
With left-handed stroke, and as we said before, Coach Rodeo, Coach Iconelli love to press out of a made foul shot. Force tempo here, got a 6-2, maybe a 7-2 lead, and force tempo with pressure.
Second shot rims out. Hargis and Lawrence with the rebound. The jump ball is called, and possession arrow favors the Hermits. They swing the ball around. Kendrick goes to Hargis in the right corner. Hargis puts up a long-range three and makes it drop.
Nice and smooth from Marlin. Again, off the set play on the inbound. 2-2-1 press from the Hermits here.
A 9-point run for the Hermits. They lead 9-2. 5.5 minutes to go. It's taken away by the Hermits again. As Stoll goes right to the hoop, doesn't get the roll. Hargis with the rebound, stripped by Lawrence, and back come the Thunderbolts. So Rhinell Lawrence with the dribble after the strip. Lawrence driving baseline, looks for some shooting space, gets a tough shot up and makes it count.
Nice job there by Lawrence. Coach Rodio not happy there. That was a situation where Oda had Lawrence, not a problem. Nakem, a good defensive player. But then when the pick came, they switched off and Solomon didn't stay with him. And Lawrence was able to get a nice 12-foot jump shot.
So the Thunderbolts trailing 9-4. St. Augustine calling their first time out of the game. 4 points so far in the game for Rynell Lawrence. A couple of three-pointers, one from Kendrick and one from Hargis for St. Augustine.
Interesting to see how long, if St. Augustine can continue to attack the zone, can Millville stay in it that long without having to come out in a man-to-man if St. Augustine gets comfortable against the zone. Boy, big difference in the benches. Over. You know, as we said, Millville a little short-handed today. St. Augustine looks like they dressed everyone.
Yeah, they got 9 players total. Counting the 4 on the bench for Millville, they have a total of 9 players on the bench. 9 players to choose from. Kendrick swings it. Oda thought about the 3. Nice pass underneath. Stoll dishes it left side. Hargis is short on the 3-pointer, and the rebound taken by Lawrence. He's been Mr. Everything so far. Rynell trying to go through. Nice dish to the back. Shot off the back of the rim. And Solomon battles for the rebound, pulls it down. Looks for Hargis. Marlin dishing, and Stoll
delivers. Great pass. Marlon Hargis, little shovel pass to his senior teammate for the bucket.
11-4 with 4:24 left in this opening quarter. Across the timeline, looking to go right to the hoop. Off the glass, no good, and it's taken by Stoll on the rebound. Stolen by Millville, and a foul on the way up. The rebound taken down by Solomon DeShields.
It's going to be 2 on Charles Solomon.
So to the free throw line goes DeShields. Gets the first one to drop.
Well, the board has it as his first. I thought the reach earlier was on Charles, so maybe not. Maybe he got away with one. The board says 1 on number 25, but
yeah, board says 2 fouls on both, and I have 1 for a couple of different players.
Okay.
So that's a good sign for Solomon there.
Yep.
A 2-for-2 trip for DeShields. 11-6 the score, favoring the Hermits.
Millville starting to extend a little on that defense. You see the guards up a little bit higher.
The Hermits doing a good job of trying to break that just constant ball movement here. Again, right to the post. Solomon drives it. Short on the shot. Rebound cleared by number 12. That is Andre Green, now in the game for the Thunderbolts. Lawrence finds Eddie Jamison. Jamison looking to drive, and he's going to be drawing a charge instead.
Yeah, and there's Charles again. Charles Solomon again drawing the charge.
Third team foul on Millville. That's the first one on Jamison.
Little different look. St. Augustine with 3. Vanderslice is the shooter, so look a little different. Oh, nice work. Oh. And I think that's what they're going to try to do there with Hargis in the high post.
Thunderbolts trying to get the ball up court. Lawrence gives it away, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it'll belong to St. Augustine.
Good trap there by St. Augustine, picking that spot in the corner of the backcourt for the initial trap.
Foreman gets the ball from Stoll and across the timeline. Stoll goes cross court, not quite ready for that, and goes out of bounds.
That was a little bit of an errant pass as it came off of Travis's hands.
So the Thunderbolts take it out. Rynell Lawrence puts the ball in the hands of Elijah Nichols. Toss right into the middle, looking to drive it. Short off the glass. Hargis with the rebound, and back come the Hermits. Stoll looking to go right on in. Oh, it rolls off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound is taken eventually by Foreman. Vanderslice with a 3. Bounces off the rim, and it will be retrieved by Foreman. Nice move to the basket. Doesn't get to crawl off the rim. And the Thunderbolts come away with it as Eddie Jamison leads the attack. Off the glass, that time it does go.
St. Augustine has gotten great opportunities, great shots. They don't get it to go, and Millville has been able to hang around.
11-8 now is the score. Vanderslice pulls it down, back pass, open. Foreman dishes to Vanderslice for three rather. He makes it count. That's actually Travis Stoll. Yep, Travis Stoll with the three. And now the steal by Hargis. Marlin goes right to the hoop, and he draws the foul.
Oh, pressure again from St. Augustine. They come up with the steal, and Marlin right away, aggressive, back to the basket.
That foul is on number 12 for Millville, Andre Green. 4 team fouls now in the Thunderbolts.
Okay, when did I miss the Coach Rodeo tie coming off? As I look over, he calls timeout number 2, and the tie is off.
Yeah, that might have happened after the first timeout, right? For all we know. Yeah, he's in this game mode now, but so far not a bad effort by St. Augustine, putting good pressure as they always do on the defensive side, leading to some good things on offense. Some good sharp shooting from three. 3 threes so far for St. Augustine in this game.
The Richland Rowdies went on the road to Egg Harbor the other night, and they all wore their ties just so they could pull theirs off as soon as Coach Rodeo did, which he did sometime, I think, in the middle of the second quarter.
Oh, always thinking the Rowdies, aren't they?
It wasn't a great performance. I know Coach would have liked to have, for a milestone win like 900, he would have wished it was a little better performance, but as they say, a win's a win.
A win's a win, yeah.
And so far this year, the Hermits have 12 of them, so 12-2 coming in. As the way the playoffs work now, it's your first 16 games, and Coach Rodeo right now sits as the number 1 seed in non-public A. They're hoping to hold on to that with a couple more wins.
So to the free throw line goes Marlon Hargis. These will be his first 2 free throws of the game. Good rotation, good result.
Bigger lineup for the Hermits now with both Solomon and Delaney in the game. And then you throw Hargis in there at 6'6". It's a big lineup.
He makes both shots. 16-8 is the score. 2:11 left in this opening quarter. Quickly up court, Lawrence pulls up, pops it, and connects.
Not too many open looks as Lawrence gotten, and when he got a chance there, he was going to make it count.
16-10 the score is a nice steal by Lawrence. He comes up the court from the left side, forgets the basketball, however. Got to have the ball.
Yeah, and then it was one he made the clean steal on the cross-court pass and just lost the handle going the other way.
1:52 left on this first quarter clock. St. Augustine leading by 6, 16-10.
Joe Rusher, number 33, into the game for the Hermits.
Meanwhile, a shot from the outside by Foreman doesn't quite go, and we get a whistle underneath. An offensive foul.
That one's going to be over the back on, looks like Solomon this time. So that will be his second foul.
Yes,
sir.
A
little ahead of myself on the last one. Nakem Oda is going to come back into the game.
Jamison looking to get the ball in, and we get a whistle.
Yeah, a little over-aggressive Kevin Foreman there, trying to face guard on Lawrence, and he grabbed a little piece of the arm.
First one on Foreman, so both teams now have 4 team fouls. Right now, Lawrence gets it to Jamison. They get it across the timeline where Lonnie Broom has it. Jamison looking for some space. Good pass down low, and back out it comes. An open three-pointer, a little too long. And the rebound cleared by Delaney. Hargis goes to the hole and gets it to drop.
What a sweet move with the left hand. Driving in, and he went up high with the left. And there's Lawrence with the left.
Not quite enough push on the shot. A nice steal by Jamison. The dish and the basket. A good look and a good finish by Solomon DeShields. 18-12 is the score. Skims off the rim, and the rebound taken down by Millville. Green with it. Final 50 seconds. Lawrence looking to drive, stops, pops, and connects.
What a nice move there. straight up and down on the release.
18-14 now the score. Thunderbolts trimming down what was once a 10-point advantage for the Hermits. 6 unanswered points. Hargis with the basketball, guarded by Lonnie Broom. Tries to get around him. Gets a nice pick play there, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Hargis.
They were trying to run a double high screen for Hargis. Didn't quite get there, and then he turns it over going to the basket. Millville hanging in. 18-14 here, get the last shot here of the quarter, and they're going to have the ball to start the second quarter as well. It's a walk.
Lawrence
got away with one there.
Shot is no good, and that'll do it for the quarter. So a 10-point lead at 1 point for St. Augustine at 18-8. Millville scores the last 6 points of the quarter and trail after one, 18-14 the score. Back with the second quarter in just a moment. Fred Melendez along with Dave Catalana. Our second quarter just about set to start here on SNJ Today. Facebook Live is what you're watching now, and of course we're also on YouTube. SNJ Today is the slug that you want to find on there as well. 18-14 as we start period number 2, and Millville with possession. Chance to cut this lead in half now.
Millville's done a good job staying in the game, staying in their game plan. They're in that zone, try to slow the Hermits down. Hermits have gotten some good looks, haven't got some of them to go though.
Elijah Nichols with the dribble. Good play by Travis Stoll. Steals and is blocked out of bounds. Boy, what a recovery by Lawrence to make sure that that wasn't an easy layup.
And he could have easily given up on that, and he did not. Closing speed by Rynell Lawrence there.
Still Hermits basketball. Kendrick looking to get the ball in. Jordan alley-oops it to Delaney. Shot is knocked away. They're going to rule it Millville ball.
Yeah, Delaney had the shot inside. He was looking to dump to Travis Stoll. Stoll was already looking to rebound.
So once again, the Bolts with a chance to cut into this 4-point deficit. Rynell Lawrence, 8 points in that first quarter. Oh, and again, another nice steal by Stoll. And this time again, he's rejected, but this time he draws a foul.
Travis Stoll's going to try to figure out, what do I got to do to get a breakaway bucket here?
Right? He's doing the initiating of it very well. 2 steals back to back.
Travis Stoll last year, you saw him a lot of times on breaks like that, finishing strong. This year, a little bit tougher, hasn't gotten as many of those rolls to go in.
Well, he'll look to make it a 1-for-2 trip on this opportunity. That one rims out.
Turned out to be a good foul for Millville. Didn't give up the bucket, and an 0-for-2.
So again, the Bolts with a chance. A long-range 3 off the back rim. Stoll doing everything in this quarter. 2 steals and now a rebound. We're going to get a foul against Millville.
Randy Butler just into the game. It's a foul. Yeah, you're right about Stoll. Okay, he's not getting his head down when he doesn't convert on the break or misses the foul shot. He still plays hard.
So it's called keeping your head in the game. Your team needs you in other ways, and he is delivering. To the front court come the Hermits as Hargis finds Stoll. Stoll driving baseline, dishes out to Oda. Delaney back to Oda.
Oda, one more pass there. He's got Jordan Kendrick.
Hargis tees up the 3. It skims short. And the rebound comes down to Butler.
Millville is going to be content to allow the Hermits to fire that three.
Long range pass. Nice play by Broom to save it. Shot skims off the rim, and we're going to get another foul on Butler. That's 2 quick fouls on Randy Butler.
Yeah, that's a tough call. Delaney had the rebound. He had position. Sort of like no harm, no foul there, but the call was made. Another foul on Butler. And again, 2 fouls there, a little shorter bench. Foul trouble could be an issue for the Bolts later on.
Absolutely.
Nick Leo making an appearance here for Delaney. Sophomore post player.
All right, the bonus situation now in effect for St. Augustine. They'll be going to the line for a 1-and-1 here.
Yeah, it looks like Delaney was the one that was fouled, so he can't substitute yet.
Right.
He's going to go to the line. Marlon Hargis was
he
going to the line.
Yeah,
he was trying.
I got this, coach.
You always show up at the line. You never know. Maybe they'll miss it.
So 1-and-1 opportunity for Matt Delaney. Rims out. Lawrence gets the rebound. Rhinell Lawrence up the court. Still no scoring in this game, in this quarter, I should say. We're almost a minute and a half into it. Doesn't go, but he does draw the foul, so Rhinell Lawrence will go to the free throw line.
Well, it's tough to miss Rhinell Lawrence anyway, the way he plays the game, the way he's up and down doing everything, but it's really tough to miss him with those colorful sneakers that he's got on there.
I was wondering where you were going.
Hey, but he is doing everything for Millville right now. Again, 1,000-point scorer as a junior. You don't see that all that often, and this is that time of year where you start to see a lot of seniors get that 1,000-point, and this is one heck of a ball player here for Millville.
Doesn't take advantage of the free throws, and we're 90 seconds into the period and no scoring yet for either team. 18-14 remains the score in favor of St. Augustine. Oda.
That's a carry. Got away with a carry there, did Oda.
Nice pass, stolen away again, Lawrence, but he can't control it, and it goes out of bounds.
A little force there by Jordan Kendrick. It's like you get to this position where nobody has scored, and nobody right now wants to shoot for St. Augustine.
Travis Stoll to Kendrick. Nakem Oda takes the shot. That's going to be skimming wide to the left. Rebounded nicely, and they set it up again.
Yeah, Leo with the rebound could have gone right back up, and he kicks it out. Oda with a penetration.
Leo puts it up off the rim again, won't go.
There is a lid on the basket in the second quarter.
At both ends. Here's a three-pointer if it goes. That skims short. Lawrence puts it right back up. Nice move to the basket, off the glass and in.
18-16 now. The Bolts are right there.
Hargis finds Oda. Driving baseline. Moves a little too strong on the shot, and Lawrence clears the board. A chance to tie for the Bolts. He takes it right to the hole and draws the block.
Rhinell Lawrence making things happen now. Going to the hole, gets fouled. St. Augustine look like they're going to call another timeout. The bench is up, look like they are, and they do. Another timeout for the Hermits. Coach Rodeo not happy right now, and I think looking for answers.
Well, he doesn't like the fact that they haven't scored in this quarter. We're 2.5 minutes into it, and they've had that 18 on the board for a very long time here.
It's amazing because Millville hasn't changed their defense. It's the same 2-3. You know, where you were getting shots in the first quarter will be there in the same if you attack it the same way. Right now, everything's on the perimeter. Everything is a swing from side to side. To me, their best shooter on the floor is Jordan Kendrick, and he is stuck at the foul or at the high post, the top of the key, and not even looking for a shot. Right. I might move him off the point, maybe let him run through one time, go to the weak side where you can swing the ball to him. He's your best three-point shooter, or you have to attack it using the high or low post. I mean, Millville's not, they're not disguising anything here. Mm-hmm. It's just the straight 2-3 defense.
Rhinell Lawrence with a chance now with 2 free throws to tie this game up at 18. Takes a good look at the first one. Makes it.
More substitutions. Solomon back, Foreman back, Chris Allen now, number 11, back into the game. Chris Allen, the quarterback on the Hermits football team.
That's shot off the back rim. Solomon gets the rebound. It remains a Hermit lead at 18-17 now. Hargis, again, swinging it around the perimeter. The ball is partially blocked, but Solomon winds up with it. Sends it back out to Allen. Hargis looking for some space to drive. Dishes from the left corner, short. Rebound
Push
Solomon,
off.
but
Yep,
did we
good
get
call.
a push off?
Yep. Billy Martin, the official, good call. Pushed off did Solomon. That is his third.
Now,
if my math is right, finally.
you got it this time.
Okay,
Yes,
this time
sir.
I
You
got it
now.
So now Delaney's going to come back. Hermit's looking for answers here. And the Thunderbolts looking for the lead.
I think do we have a 1-and-1? Is that what the referees are
It is.
about?
It's
Yep.
a 1-and-1. Now let's see if they have the right guy going to the line. I don't remember who it was that was fouled.
I don't either.
Let's see if anyone else does. If it was me, I'd be sending my best foul shooter. Just run to the line.
As it turns out, it's going to be number 23 for Millville. That is Solomon DeShields.
Yep. DeShields, just as a couple of games back, he had to sit after transferring from Bridgeton. Sits and right into the starting lineup.
And he misses the shot. Rebound comes down to St. Augustine. Across the timeline quickly. Kevin Foreman sends it back out to Chris Allen. Hargis looking for the turnaround, and he gets a nice roll off the rim.
When you're struggling, you go to your best player. Maybe right there in the middle of the floor to make something happen, and that's Marlon Hargis.
More than 3 minutes into the quarter before St. Augustine put another shot in through the hoop. 20-17. Lawrence sends it out to the left side. That shot is short. Rebound on the floor. Loose still and taken by Allen. He'll just pull it out and let his offense set into motion.
Smart move by Allen to pull it back out there. He had numbers but didn't have an open man.
Okay, we have a foul against Millville.
Nicky Leo, nice few minutes there for Leo. Got a loose ball there. Cole Vanderslice back in.
So Chris Allen will go for the 1-and-1 here.
.427, 20-17. St. Augustine still leading. Chris Allen looking to extend here with the 1-and-1.
First shot is up, it's long, and the rebound taken underneath by Hargis, and he puts it in.
Yeah, great job there by Marlon, sensing the miss. Goes up and gets it and gets the 2.
Lawrence, spin move, has it blocked by Delaney, and back come the Hermits. Delaney gets the pass and hands off to Vanderslice. Chris Allen. Nice pass to Hargis. Hargis driving from the left, has it blocked.
A lot of contact.
Shot is off the rim, no good, and Allen rebounds it the other way.
He got away with a double dribble there.
Nice sweet move to the basket.
Yeah,
though.
nice move to the basket. And now Millville's going to call timeout. Nice little run here by St. Augustine.
Yeah, the Hermits have scored the last 6 points after Millville came back. Came within a point of tying this game after being down by 10.
Well, they all weren't pretty. They all weren't how you draw it up. Chris Allen misses a foul shot. Hargis gets the rebound and scores. Allen gets a rebound there. Maybe got away with a violation. Still gets it down the floor and scores. And that little run that St. Augustine needed to give themselves some space and opened a 24-17 lead.
So we'll see how they come out of the break this time. A nice run here so far. A 6-point run by the Hermits. 22-24, yes. Glad to have you with us here on SNJ Today, Facebook Live, and of course on YouTube as well, SNJ Today. Thunderbolts using every second of that timeout to discuss some strategy. Coach Jones talking over things with his troops.
Looks like the Shields is heading over towards the trainer. Don't know if something happened there, but he's heading over there, and hopefully he's all right. Again, short bench for Millville.
3:47 left in this second quarter. A 7-point advantage, 24-17 for the visiting Hermits of St. Augustine. They swing the ball around to number 11, Elijah Nichols.
3-2 zone for the Hermits.
Nice dish. The shot is short. Millville, a lot of shots short tonight, Dave. To be quite honest, they got a lot of shots that just aren't getting a chance to score.
Yeah, tough foul there. Kevin Foreman going to the floor, trying to make something happen, but as he went down, looks like he fouled number 10.
Deshaun Byers. That is 2 fouls on Kevin Foreman. So Deshaun Byers will get a 1-and-1 opportunity. Makes the first one. Millville in need of that shot after giving up 6 unanswered points. Successful on both ends of the 1-and-1. First 2 points of the game for Byers. 24-19, the Hermits lead. 3:20 to go in the second quarter. Foreman, long-range pass to Vanderslice. Wow, yeah, that was a walk there. The whole gym screamed that one. Meanwhile, the shot taken and brought back out. Kevin Foreman. Shot from the side, that rims out. And it rebounds to Eddie Jamison. Off the hands of number 10, Byers. Can't reel in the pass from Jamison. Turnover. So some changes.
Yeah, like I said, St. Augustine, Coach Rodeo searching a little. He's Blaze Vespi, a freshman in the game, number 23. So I think he's using that whole 19-man bench that he's got.
Yeah, he's trying to find some rhythm here on offense. And some different players, only Hargis among the starters, and of course he's the one that delivers the bucket.
Well, I keep saying, find your best player in the middle of the floor. Good things are going to happen, and they have for Hargis right now.
26-19, Hermits lead. 2:30 left in this first half. Elijah Nichols finding Lawrence from the left side, off the rim. Good rebound underneath. Green with it. Hands off to Rynell Lawrence. Moving through. Alley-ooping. Does not get the kind roll. What a move by Nichols. It just didn't work. Meanwhile, Hargis. Good quick ball movement. Hargis gets a spin move through and is fouled on the way up.
Well, I think Joe Rusher has been on that sideline watching this, and he gets his chance in the game, and he just says, you know how I'm going to make a difference? I'm going to throw it to the best player on the floor. And he's done that the last few times, and it's happened to good things for St. Augustine. So Rusher done a nice job coming in here off the bench.
So Hargis will go to the line for 2. Makes the first one. Millville foul on Lonnie Broom. That's his first, the team's 9th. And Marlin delivers a 2-for-2 effort from the free throw line. 15 points now in the first half for Marlon Hargis.
What you would expect of your best player.
Rynell Lawrence. Pass is blocked. It still got through. Nichols hands off to DeShields.
The Hermits running out at Lawrence.
Oh, a little long on the basket. Hargis pulls down the rebound. Quick fast break opportunity, and Allen connects on the other end.
Nice run the floor there. Chris Allen running the floor, and Marlon Hargis found him.
The lead is now 11. 30-19. Long range 3 bouncing off the rim. Hard fought battle. Right back to the post and a nice feed and
great
basket.
Pass. Elijah Nichols right down the lane. Found his teammate. Good pass.
30-21. Green with that finish on the other end for Millville. Final minute of the half. The ball skims out. Ball is on the floor and pulled out by Foreman.
Good job by Foreman getting on the floor for it.
Chris Allen with the ball way outside now. Just look over what Millville's going to do here. Again, that 2-3 zone pretty much in effect.
Hermits were going to look to hold for one. Bolts looking to extend a little. They still may end up holding for one unless they can get a puppy inside.
Pass is tipped, but Foreman saves it. Gives it to Hargis. Final 26 seconds on the clock. In the corner now. Vespi gets it back to Hargis. Double team. Hargis spins away from it. Tries to go up, and he is fouled on the way up. Again, what you want to see him do, just drive that paint and draw some fouls if he doesn't get the basket.
Now, sometimes not everything's working right, but one thing that's going to work is Marlon Hargis going to the basket. And the way I don't want to say about his shooting fouls because I don't want to jinx him here because he's done a nice job at the line here in this second quarter.
You don't believe in the broadcaster's jinx, do you?
Not now, I don't.
Ah, there you go.
Hermit's going smaller again. Jordan Kendrick for Vespi, so look for them to tune up the pressure here in the last 12.4.
And it's a 2-for-2 trip. Perfect from the line so far is Marlon Hargis, 6 for 6. Final 12 seconds. Rynell Lawrence passes it and saves. The shot is going to be way short off the side of the basket. Good hustle to get his own rebound. Does not go again, and Millville will come up empty on its last possession of the first half. So it was 18-8 at a while. It became 18-7, and then St. Augustine got its offense rolling once again to lead here by 11. At the break, St. Augustine 32, Millville 21. We'll pause for just a moment and be right back here at Millville High School. Little halftime entertainment from the Millville High School Thunderbolt cheerleaders. Our score at the break, 32-21. Millville trailing St. Augustine. Fred Melendez along with Dave Catalano. And it's been kind of I don't want to say a picturesque game in any sense, but St. Augustine has found ways to get itself in gear when it's had to. Millville made a nice run after that 18-8 disadvantage, made it a one-point game, but then St. Augustine found its offense again.
Well, the thing that Millville did early in the game, again, they didn't change what they were doing. They came out in that zone, stuck with it. And early in the game, St. Augustine was getting the shots. They weren't going in. And Millville stuck with it. And then as the game wore on, St. Augustine started to impose their will a little bit more, got the ball to their number one guy in Marlon Hargis.
And of course, Marlon Hargis has delivered. As for Millville, though, a lot of shots they're taking, they're not really good quality shots. They're missing the basket pretty much, and nowhere near going in, most of them.
St. Augustine philosophy, it has been, and in talking to Coach Tony Iaconelli, he's going to take this stretch of games, and he wants to play up-tempo, even though we saw it against Martin Luther King, a team that you probably shouldn't have gone into an up-tempo game with. He wanted to play that way. They came out that way against Millville here, spread the floor. Rynell Lawrence got going a little bit, and then you saw later on he went back more to a zone. Millville took the three-point shots, or they shot from the outside, and it's probably not the shots that Mike Jones was looking for, and they weren't going in for Millville. St. Augustine probably would live with that, with Millville shooting from the outside.
Again, we mentioned Marlon Hargis did take over the game, especially in that second quarter. 10 points in the second quarter alone, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and he has a game-high 17 points, so that's nothing new that he's leading the way for this St. Augustine Hermit squad.
And it's one of those games where if the team is struggling a little, and you can see their flow on offense isn't really there, Coach Rodeo has gone to multiple guys on his bench, little different rotations, going to try to find a little spark. But when you're that player like Marlon, sometimes you're just going to say, okay, I know we're struggling. Get me the ball. Let me go make something happen. And that's what he's done here, especially in that second quarter.
Our score again is 32-21, and I guess the talk of the town in this area is what the Eagles did on Sunday. Did you watch that game, David?
Oh, no.
Not at all, right? You had something better to do?
It was one of those things where everyone I talked to basically said the same thing after the game. I can't believe this. Not only could they not believe that the Eagles were made the Super Bowl again, they can't believe how easy the win was.
It didn't start out that way. When
No.
Minnesota went right down and scored, it looked like their offense was going to be in one of those gears that were going to be unstoppable. But I guess the play of the season right now is Patrick Robinson's
exactly.
interception.
I was just going to say.
That's the play of the year
right
now.
One play, and you think about the interception, which was great. He could have gone down and just been knocked out of bounds or whatever. Kept his head up, got a great block, 2 great blocks down the stretch and into the end zone. Turned the whole game around right there.
He set up his blocks when he made the interception on the left side, then he cut across the field. He must have ran 100 yards just getting in the end zone. But I'll tell you what, when Ronald Darby laid out the last possible tackler, that had to be one of the best blocks I've ever seen on the defensive side.
Well, as I was saying, by a defensive back to make a block like that. But what can you say about Nicky Foles? I mean, I guess the only thing I could say is Carson Wentz could not have played any better than Nick Foles did right there.
No, 352 yards in the championship game, 3 touchdowns, I believe it was, and some of those passes, the one he hit Jeffrey on the long bomb play, and you know it's funny. I know nobody's going to believe me, but I was thinking they should try a flea flicker in this game somewhere, and sure enough, it worked to perfection. They couldn't have played a better game, and really for the second straight week, the Eagles defense shutting out the opponents in the second half.
Yep. I think a lot of people expected that low-scoring, close game. I have to give him credit. Coach Rodeo in the coach's corner before the Martin Luther King game, his prediction was 31-17. So I don't know where he had the idea they were going to score the points they did, but he had that right. The 17, a little bit, was giving Minnesota a little more credit, but hey, they're there now. They're in the Super Bowl. They're on a little bit of a roll. Granted, obviously, they're not going to be at home, and the home crowd was just unbelievable.
Awesome. You could hear how loud it was on TV, and I didn't have the volume up that loud. They were very vociferous, one of my favorite words, a vociferous crowd. And really, the Philly crowd that did themselves well to get that team over the top. But it's just amazing. This team, I've watched a lot of football. I can't recall an Eagles team that just played for each other the way this team does. Everybody stepping up, doing something.
Well, one of the things about it as they come into this Super Bowl, and I actually heard Coach Belichick say this, you know, New England does such a good job when it comes to a game like this of taking away your best weapon.
Right.
And in the Eagles right now, I'm not sure what that is. It could be Zach Ertz. It could be Jeffrey. It could be the running game. And Belichick said it. He says, this is a team that gets to all spots of the floor. You have to cover every blade of grass, he said.
Right.
Maybe they can figure that out, or maybe the Eagles come out in a week and a half here and just bring home a championship that this city sorely is.
It'll be a celebration for the ages if it happens, that's for sure. They might be celebrating for a week. A parade for a week. What do you think about that?
Everyone I've talked to, I only know one person that's going out to the game. He's a season ticket holder. He's going out. A lot of other people. The biggest Eagle fan I know, John Rodeo, he can't make it out there. He's not. As when I talked to him the other night, I said then he wasn't going, but he'll probably have a nice tailgate going somewhere.
Well, good luck to the Eagles. It would be so cool if they could bring us home a championship. And the whole Philadelphia, I get to do a sports talk show, and I talk about the Philly scene right now. The Flyers are another team that's just winning left and right. Sixers, they're very entertaining at least. They'll give you a good show. They sometimes come up short in the end, but they get a rebound game like last night where they really did the job against the Bulls and got back on the winning track. So the Sixers are another team. The youth in this city looks very nice. Sixers and Flyers, and the Eagles, of course, look like they're destined to have a few more years after this one where they're going to be very good.
Very good. The core all coming back. You're hoping Wentz comes back healthy, to start the season. But it's just amazing time. It's just such a fun time, and we're pulling hard for him on Super Bowl Sunday.
We'll see what happens. All I want to see is a lot of Brady on the ground. I've never seen a quarterback who could just sit in the pocket all day like that. Now, people say, well, that means they have a great offensive line. There's got to be a way to get to him.
This defensive line can do it. They can get to him, put some pressure on him. I'm not saying he's going to throw interceptions, but as you said, you maybe get him on the ground.
Yeah, you have to hit him a few times. Any quarterback that gets hit a lot, it's the culmination of so many hits does wear him down, and you like to see just a little bit of Brady getting hit, okay? All the kudos to the great career that he's had. 5 Super Bowls I think he's won. He's going for number 6, but the Eagles have better ideas, and hopefully they will bring home that coveted Lombardi trophy.
You believe in any of the, I don't say superstitions, but the Patriots are wearing their white. They've said that the white uniform, I forget what the record is now, is they've won more games.
Was it that they lost the 2 Super Bowls in the other uniform?
Yeah,
something like
probably
that.
Something
I think
like
that's
that.
what it is.
And the Eagles in their midnight green, which I'm sure they're happy about.
Yeah, they were saying, of course, now Minnesota having to paint the symbols of both teams in the end zones. I don't think they were too happy to have to paint the Eagles on after the way that they were dominated by Philadelphia.
I think the only people in Minnesota that are happy that it's not the Vikings or the hotel owners, since if it was the Vikings, there wouldn't be a lot of hotels sold out.
That's true. So there you
go. Eagles fans will travel well, I'm sure, and they'll be very well represented in Minnesota.
Yeah, they've been to places like Los Angeles, so Minnesota's only halfway there. We'll see what happens on Super Bowl Sunday. I know I'm looking forward to it. Real quick summary once again on the scoring. Marlon Hargis leading the way with 17 points. Everybody else in single digits for St. Augustine. 5 for Travis Stoll, 4 for Chris Allen, 3 for Jordan Kendrick, 2 for Nakem Ota, and a 1 point from the free throw line, Charlie Solomon. Meanwhile, it was Rydell Lawrence leading the way for Millville, scoring 8 points in the first quarter, finishing with a team-high 11 points in that first half. 4 points for Solomon DeShields, and 2 points apiece for Eddie Jamison, Deshaun Byers, and Andre Green. So that's your scoring summary for the game so far. Hermits leading 32-21 as we start the third quarter, and the Hermits will have the opening possession. Cole Vanderslice will get the ball in, and Jordan Kendrick puts it into action.
Important part here to start the second half. Can the Hermits take this lead from 11 and stretch it, or does Millville make their run and close this lead down?
Well, a good rebound by Elani Broom gives a chance for Millville to get on the scoreboard. A very long-range 3, nothing but net. So the first 3-pointer this time is gone into the hoop. Quickly up court come the Hermits.
I don't know what happened different, but all of a sudden Millville comes out firing, and the first 3 goes down for Elijah Nichols.
Hargis with a reverse layup and a draws the foul. That's a good response.
A nice response coming right back there from Marlon Hargis to get the bucket and the foul and try to stretch this lead back to 11.
The foul on number 23 for Millville. That's Solomon DeShields, his second. Hargis will look to finish the 3-point play, and he certainly does. 20 points now on the night for Marlon Hargis. 35-24 the score in favor of St. Augustine. Eddie Jamison quickly across the timeline to Nichols. They go left side, driving and losing the ball. Jamison momentarily saves it, but now Hargis sends it away. What a nice athletic play to steal it right back by Elijah Nichols.
Like a defensive back on that play, getting his hand up and knocking that down.
Would you say he did a Robinson there? Good interception. And now he's trying another 3. This one's going to skim off the rim. Travis Stoll gets the rebound. Kendrick pulls it off to the right side. Down low. Is that Delaney? Yes, it is. Good pressure by the Millville defense trying to double team, and now another steal. So Elijah Nichols becoming a little bit of a factor here. He has the 3-pointer and a couple steals. Side shot, no good. Nice box out by Delaney for that rebound.
Using his size.
That was a classic box out.
It sure was. Using his size, Matt Delaney.
Stoll sends it over to the left side, and we'll get what is basically a discontinuation travel, whatever you're going to call it, up and down. 6:18 to go here in the third quarter. The lead is at 11 for St. Augustine.
One thing the Hermits have traditionally been good at is their break. They run the primary break, obviously, and then a secondary break. It just hasn't been there tonight. They're not getting good, clean looks.
Right to the hole. The shot is up off the glass and in. Nice finish by Andre Green.
And that's a way to run a break against the press. Nice job by Millville.
35-26 the score. Hargis back out to Kendrick. There's that three-pointer you've been waiting for off the back of the rim. Good rebound by Hargis. Doesn't quite get it to go, and now he'll draw the foul on the secondary rebound.
A little frustration to missing the first. Hargis gets the foul over the top on the second. 35-26. Millville now trailing, looking to close that gap a little more. Hermit's in the 2-3.
Lawrence with the dribble, gives it up to Nichols. Jamison from the left, short again, gets his own rebound, has it blocked. Stoll with the block, and a great effort by Vanderslice to make sure he got the ball. Stoll and Vanderslice doing a nice job of securing the basketball. However, it gets turned over on the other end of the floor.
Tipped out of bounds, and Trader going back to the bench.
Yep.
Going back to Rusher and Chris Allen, both who played well during the late stages of that second quarter. Hey, when you get your chance and you're called on, you got to make it happen.
Take advantage of it. Let the coach know that you can go in the game and make an impression and get some things done for your squad. Jamison sends it over to Nichols. Elijah Nichols finds Lawrence. Nice pass underneath. Green with a reverse lay-in.
Well, Lawrence draws so much attention because of his scoring, and a great job there to dump the ball off to a teammate.
35-28, just under 5 minutes left in period 3. Delaney to Rusher. Allen looking to drive. Nice pass to the post. Hargis has it stripped. Rynell Lawrence quickly up court. He decides to go, and he got a charge there.
There's Chris Allen. Okay,
Yep.
Make things happen on one side of the floor or the other. Chris Allen looking to show the coaches a little bit, earn himself a few more minutes.
Well, Rynell Lawrence has to be a little smarter than that, though. He bowled his way in there and charged his way to a foul. Hargis back outside. Stoll for three, skims out. Again, Hargis going hard for the rebound, but it's taken down by Lawrence. Rynell dishes it left side. Lonnie Brune pulls it back out. Oh, look at this effort by Lawrence. The shot, the pass actually has blocked. Wow, that was a great sequence by both teams, and Stoll got the block, and meanwhile it leads to a quick fast break bucket.
A lot of action in a small amount of time there. Good pass from Lawrence, great block from Stoll, good push back the other way from Hargis.
37-28. Hermit's up halfway through this third quarter. Shot is up, does not go. Hargis clears the rebound. Allen across the timeline. Stoll driving baseline move, dishes it out. Rusher to Allen. Nice pass to the post, and there's a shot in the basket and a foul.
Yeah, smart look there from Travis Stoll. They swing the ball. Good job by Marlin to pin his man on the inside, and a great find by Travis Stoll.
That was great court vision there, and it leads to a possible three-point play. And Mike Jones wants to talk things over on the sideline for Millville. 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 39-28, Millville trailing St. Augustine. We'll have more in just a moment. Back at the Thunderdome, Millville High School, SNJ Today, Facebook Live, and of course on YouTube. Glad to be with you. Fred Melendez along with Dave Catalana, and we're looking towards the end of a possible three-point play as Marlon Hargis is at the line to do that.
Marlin is also closing in. Of course, we don't have Willie Morris here with us tonight to give us all the exact stats, but we know Marlin is closing in on his 1,000 career points. I think the number that he needed to have average somewhere around 14 or 15 the rest of the way, which he's done most of the season. Again, a great individual accomplishment, but when you talk to this young man, he's worried all about team, and he worries about the team wins and the team, and he wants to be one of those guys that carries his team through a state championship. Long line of Hermit players that have done that their senior year, and Marlin would love to add his name to that list.
He completes the three-point play, and he's got 23 points in this game. Meanwhile, the Bolts trying to find an offensive rhythm of their own. Byers hands off to Jamison. Elijah Nichols. Nichols tees up the three, and nothing but net from way downtown.
I'm guessing Coach Mike Jones told him, hey, Elijah, let it fly here in the second half, and he's done that.
Charlie Solomon back in the game, driving the baseline and getting the shot to go. 42-31. St. Augustine maintaining that 11-point advantage. 2:40 left in the third quarter. Nichols with the basketball. Jamison pulls it back out. Lawrence looking to drive. Good dish to Jamison for the open look, and a three.
Underrated part about that pass there from Rynell Lawrence, he threw it right to where the shooter needed to catch it and shoot right away. He didn't have to reach for it, he didn't have to jump for it, and straight in rhythm was Eddie Jamison.
Good ball movement here as Allen has the basketball. Finds Solomon. Charlie looking to drive. And we have a 3-second violation on the Hermits. 42-34. St. Augustine leading by 8 as we are just over 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Fred Melendez along with Dave Catalana. Always a pleasure to be with you covering Hermits basketball tonight from the home of the Thunderdome. Another long-range three. That's his spot, but this time he's off. Nice rebound underneath, and a foul on the way up.
Well,
Randy Butler.
We could see that shot straight on right from our vantage point. You could tell that was off, and Elijah Nichols knew it too because he was running right away for the rebound, but Randy Butler got that. He's got a chance to earn a couple at the line and cut in to this Hermit lead.
The foul on number 34, that's Kevin Foreman, and he now has 3 fouls. First shot is good. Randy Butler at the line, shooting 2.
It's like Marlon Hargis is going to get a break. It might be, I think that's the first break he's had this game.
Yeah, he has not
doing great work.
Not spent too much time on the pine, as they will. That shot's long. Rebounded nicely by Joe Rusher. Nice pass to Stoll and a reach-in foul. And he hides his face after committing the foul. I love reactions sometimes. They're the best. Elijah Nichols guilty of his second personal.
Like what Rusher's done here. He's come in the game not trying to do anything fancy, just getting the ball to the right spot on the floor.
He gets it to Stoll this time. Travis looking to drive, pulls it back out. It'll be 3 if it goes, but it's short and line drive-ish. Ball taken down by Byers. Jamison. Lawrence looks over the setup and decides to pull it back out. 1:15 left in this third quarter. And a errant pass, a little bit of a miscommunication there as Byers didn't know that was coming. So the turnover puts the ball in the hands of the Hermits. Checking into the game right now is Matt Amici, number 4.
Amici, another one of those guards. He got a start the other night at Egg Harbor Township. I said Coach Roder using all of that bench tonight.
Mosher with the shot, short. Rebound tipped around, and Mosher winds up with it again. Chris Allen gets the pass from Mosher. Stoll looking for some operating space. It's denied, and the Hermits will pull it back out again. Again, Mosher with the pass. Good lead in. Stoll with the lay-in. A great pass and feed from Solomon.
Good things happen when you go to the low block against the zone. Charles Solomon making the pass happen, going back to Travis Stoll.
So the lead is 9 with 28 seconds to go. 44-35. Another long-range three. Hits the front rim. Battle for the rebound is won by Mosher. Quickly up court. Nice pass to Solomon. Doesn't quite finish it. Eddie Jamison pulls down the rebound as we hit 10 seconds left in the quarter. Lawrence looking for some operating space. A long-range three off the rim. And the battle for the rebound is going to be won by Mosher, and that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. Some high-hitting action at that last 30-some seconds. Both teams going hard for the last 30. We head to the last 8 minutes. The fourth quarter coming up in just a bit. 44-35. The Hermits lead the Thunderbolts. Just about set to start the fourth quarter. A 9-point advantage for the visitors from Richland. With the exception of the game's first basket, St. Augustine has led throughout.
St. Augustine has gotten good contributions from guys off the bench. We mentioned Rusher. Did a nice job there in those few minutes that he was out there. Now Amichi's getting a shot. Chris Allen has played well. Like I said, when you get your chance, you got to show something.
Yep.
You might only get a few minutes.
Nichols with the dribble pass. Now Lawrence, a little too hard off the glass. Quickly up court, Solomon has a lane, and he's going to be on the line for a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, good push up the floor. I said Chris Allen's the quarterback on the football team. He hit his tight end running down the middle of the field right there. And Solomon's going to go up for the bucket. And I love social media, and it seems like Johnny Rodeo is watching our broadcast. He just texted me and said that he is going to the Super Bowl.
There you go.
They have a whole group of them that are going. Some people came up big for him, got some tickets, and the Eagles, the biggest Eagles fan that I know, is going to be on his way out to Minneapolis to watch his Birds.
Three-point play successful as the free throw shot is made by Solomon. The lead is up to 12 once again, 47-35. Nichols playing catch with Lonnie Broom. Eddie Jamison.
Hermits are content with this right now with the 12-point lead.
Three-point shot off the back rim. Strong rebound by Lawrence. He'll try to drive through. Reverse lay-in doesn't go. Solomon with the rebound, sends out Stoll, and Stoll connects.
And Stoll looking behind him there, thought he was another shot blocker coming again on him, but he got down the floor.
Lawrence for three, off the rim again. Good hustle after his own rebound, doesn't get to go. Lots of shots for Lawrence, just nothing really going in. Meanwhile, Allen dishing back, and Stoll finishes.
Really nice pass there. Little touch pass from Chris Allen to the cutting Travis Stoll, and the Hermits lead is expanded now to 16.
Biggest lead of the game as they scored the first 7 points here of the fourth quarter. And they look like they're getting their fast break going. Some good passing work, but right to the holes. Travis Stoll making some things happen.
Well, game of runs, it's always going to be that way. Millville playing a little short-handed, maybe getting a little tired here in the fourth quarter. And St. Augustine, when they sense a little blood in the water, they're going to go out and they're going to run the floor. Well, this game's got a lot of implications. We mentioned that the state playoffs is now, there's no cutoff date. It's your first 16 games. The Hermits currently sit number 1 in non-public A. And it's all going to come down to power points. Millville being a Group 4, this is, if the Hermits can hold on here, that's a lot of power points in the win, and then they have Atlantic City. And that also, with a win there, could be a lot of points. They can hold that number 1 seed in a always very difficult non-public A. Millville right now, I think, holds a 5th place in Group 4, always difficult in Group 4. So this game's important to them as well.
Millville with the possession as Eddie Jamison has the basketball. Sends it over to Lonnie Broom. Jamison over to Nichols. Behind Jamison, loose ball picked up by Travis Stoll. Looks to finish, but it's knocked out of his hands, and now Wernell Lawrence all by himself. Hargis contested it, lots of contact, no foul, but the basket does drop.
Tough move there by Lawrence.
Meanwhile, Solomon does the same thing at the other end of the floor.
Well, that's the right break there. That's the break up the sideline. Amici with a good job, a nice seal by Solomon, and he goes up strong with his strong left hand.
Long range shot, no good. Solomon clears the rebound. Chris Allen brings it across the timeline. From the right corner, swisheroo, number 4, Matt Amici. Biggest lead of the game now at 19, 56-37, 5:21 left, 4th quarter. Lawrence stops, pops, and connects. Quickly up court come the Hermits now. Stoll passing down baseline. Hargis skims it off the rim. A foul coming up against Millville. That is Solomon DeShields with his 3rd personal.
Well, Lawrence is doing what he can to keep Millville in this. And, of course, at the other end, Hargis is doing his thing. Solomon has now gotten into it in the second half. And I keep saying the great contributions for some bench players. Kids have played really, really well coming off the bench here for Paul Rodeo and his Hermits.
It's a great luxury to just interchange when you need to interchange, and then people just contribute, and then the starters come back after getting the break that they get and performing the way we expect them to.
You know, St. Augustine's not alone in this, but there's obviously a lot of players in the St. Augustine program that could be playing at other locations. Maybe they're not bench players there. They could be starters there, and they choose to come to St. Augustine, and you know, they wait their turn, and sometimes it works out where they're getting a chance in a game like this, and they open some eyes.
58-39, just under 5 minutes left now in regulation. Lawrence passing it over to the left, a shot for 3, and nothing but net. Connection made by Deshaun Byers. Into the corner, nice turnaround little look, and a nice basket by Charlie Solomon creating underneath. 7 points in the quarter now for Charlie Solomon. They swing it again, same area. This time I think it was partially blocked by Hargis. He now heads up court. Passes to Chris Allen. Cross-court feed for a 3-pointer from the outside left. And nothing but twine for number 34, Kevin Foreman.
And I love the find there by Chris Allen to find Foreman in the opposite corner.
And now Lawrence responds at this end of the floor. 63-44, 3:50 left in the 4th quarter. Travis Stoll with the dribble. Goes to Chris Allen. Foreman has his hole now. Hargis with the put in. A nice little turn shot by Marlon Hargis. And again, good feed to the post. Lawrence with nothing to lose, tees up the 3, misses it. Ball is batted around, and it comes down to Millville. Going up for the shot was Andre Green, and he's fouled by Marlon Hargis.
Hargis trying to do everything there, try to put in a nice effort there. Marlon Hargis has.
2 shots coming up for Andre Green. Makes the first one.
Well, the schedule doesn't get any easier for Millville. The next one out, they've got Camden on the schedule for their next game. St. Augustine has Camden coming up later, but it will be after their cutoff. As I mentioned, St. Augustine having Tuesday night, our next broadcast at home, Atlantic City. That'll be a big one. It'll be a big one for a lot of reasons for Coach Rodeo. You know, we said that he hasn't lost. The loss to Atlantic City was his first to the Cape Atlantic in about 50 games. They lost to Wildwood Catholic, so obviously he's never lost. He hasn't lost to a team twice in a year in quite a long time, so I know he wants to get that one back. It could mean playoff seedings. It could also mean seedings for the Cape Atlantic League Championship, the 8-team tournament that'll start at the end of this season.
From way downtown again, that one is Cole Vanderslice. So the three-ball shooting touch hasn't left the St. Augustine yet. They've made a few of those tonight. 68-46. 2.5 minutes to go. Off-balance shot. Good rebound underneath, and we have a foul on St. Augustine.
Kevin Foreman kind of shaking his head on that one. I don't know. Looked like he had the ball there. Marlon's going to come back in again.
Millville with the basketball. Broom dishes it underneath. Green had a chance to go up with it, but it was stifled by Delaney, and Foreman clears the rebound, takes it up the court. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be...
Oh, that was tipped. Yep. The official on the baseline did not see the tip, but...
.219 left in this game.
Herman's substitution, John Horner, another big freshman. St. Augustine has 4 freshmen that are at least 6'5", 6'4", or better. 2 of them on the floor right now with Delaney and Horner. We saw Vespi earlier. Nice job inside by Hargis. So
how many freshmen? 6'5"?
There's 4 of them.
4 of them.
Paul Rodeo's got something to stick around for a few more years.
I think so. Yeah, at least the next 3. Millville swinging the ball around to Andre Green. Long range 3, that's going to bounce short. Good rebound, put back underneath. That was by Lonnie Broom. Final 140. The final 100 seconds. Shot short. Rebounded by Green for Millville. Up court to Broom. Broom tees up the 3. He hits it. Some substitutes coming in for St. Augustine. Looks like he's going to clear the bench here. Donald Osencio.
Brendan Westcott is in the game. Quentin Gormley in the game.
Okay. I don't have a 55 though.
That is Quentin Gormley.
Okay.
Another one of the sophomores up from the JV, and he's going to let it fire right away.
Skims off the top of the backboard, so Millville will take over. Final 118. 70-51, St. Augustine with the advantage. Andre Green to swing the ball around to Broom, has a shot blocked, tries to pull around to get some shooting space. And down on the floor is Broom. He's holding his ankle, that's never a good sign. 3-pointer missing. Green gets the rebound, and we have a timeout here, an injury timeout. Broom's going to go off to the side. So Eddie Jamison will come back into the ball game for Millville in the final 55 seconds.
This is when Coach Rodeo sits down and tells Kyle Serrano, the JV coach, "There are your guys out there now. You got them this part."
Yeah, right. I've done my job. Jamison for 3, and that goes home. .40 seconds left. They swing it around the perimeter. Our view a bit blocked in this little corner over here. St. Augustine, a long-range 3, skims off the rim, and the rebound cleared by Kyle Scott.
Well, you know, if you're going to just look at the box score of this game, you're going to think, oh, St. Augustine just came in, had their way. And you and I know sitting here it wasn't that way. Millville was in it the whole time till about halfway through the fourth quarter. They were in striking distance. They played a good game. Gave the Hermits a little bit of fits every now and then. So it wasn't a 70-50 game like it looks like on the scoreboard here. But a nice win for the Hermits, going to 13-2 on the season.
Yes, indeed. Marlon Hargis finishing the night with 29 points. He led the way for St. Augustine, and pretty much nice scoring throughout the game. He had 17 at halftime, finished with 12 more in the second half, so he had the big night for St. Augustine. 13 points by Travis Stolen. He looked pretty sharp tonight, leading the fast
second
break.
half especially. Travis got it going a little bit, got out on the floor, ran the floor well.
And a 10-point effort by Charlie Solomon, who I don't think he saw too much floor action tonight, but Charlie Solomon made an impact once he got in the second half. Wow. Millville was led by their star player, Rynell Lawrence. He had 17 on the night. And just taking a quick scan here, 8 points for Eddie Jamison, and 8-point fourth quarter for Lonnie Broom before he got injured. And let's see, 7 points there, to 8 points for Aubrey Green, and 7 for Deshaun Byers. Some good three-point shooting from the outside for Elijah Nichols.
And Millville, like we said, playing a little bit underhanded. Right now, Lawrence, though, he's a kid that, you know, I don't get to see as much. We see him a few times a year. He impressed me not only with his scoring, a great floor game. I mean, he found his teammates, did a nice job. He played till the end. And again, as we said, only a junior. Nice program, nice piece of a program here in Millville.
He's going to be back next year, and he's going to be a factor. Our final score once again tonight, they took it off the scoreboard for me. They took it off the scoreboard. They do that too quickly. Let's just say that it was a nice double-digit win.
70-54, I think.
54?
We're going to call it that.
They take those scores off the clock. They want to just get out of here, so I guess we'll do the same thing. For Dave Catalana, our cameraman Kevin Rivera, back at the studio Ryan Schumacher, always a pleasure to work here at SNJ Today covering basketball games. St. Augustine defeats Millville. Fred Melendez wishing you a good night, and we'll see you next time around here on SNJ Today Facebook Live. All right.